let's talk about that layoff.
Yeah.
Like, well, granted, you were remote at this time, right?
I was.
Yeah, so I know for me, I've talked about it plenty of times. The day I got laid off in 2018 is I walked in. I don't even know if I was running late that day, but I'm walking into the office, and my coworker, I see him with a box of his things, walking to his car,
Oh.
and he kind of mouths to me, "Good luck."
Oh my God. Okay.
And I'm like, then from right there, kind of set the tone of like what's going on. Then the director's in there, and he gets me, and I go in there with HR, and we talk.
Yeah.
And see, back then I kind of like not knowing what's going on. I didn't really have anybody I could actually directly. That's the time. That's why I tell people now, early on in your career, build up your network.
Yeah.
So you have somebody to talk to. At that time, I didn't really have people I could just reach out to, like, hey, before I sign this, what should I try to negotiate?
Yeah.
Because like when I had all this info, there was like, his name was Bill. He's like, it's all right or whatever. It's good. And if I go back in time, like, nah, I'm black. I need about like 3 to 4 months of pay with my bonus paid out 100%. That's what I need, not 6 weeks. I forgot what they gave me. I think they gave me like 6 weeks and then my bonus paid out at 100%. And I was like, I need more. Luckily, I was in grad school at the time, so that kind of flowed to me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize I could start getting unemployment then too. Mm-hmm. And I was like, if I'd been smarter, I would have started doing like Uber Eats or something back then too. Something. But that's kind of like how my layoff went. Now I know for you guys it's different. I know like sometimes you hear a little bit of rumblings about, you looking at the performances of the company and like, okay. Yeah. They know it happening, but who is it happening for? And then I've seen times where somebody just got a promotion and got laid off.
Yep.
Like
I had gotten promoted not too long before.
You be like, bro, I'm doing what am I?
A couple months before, I had literally just got promoted, moved to a new team. That should have been a red flag though, because why are you moving me to a new team? So
they thought you'd do well. But yeah, what was that experience like that day? Did they just put you on the Zoom meeting and say?
Yeah, it was a Teams call, I believe. But yeah, same thing. Just got on a call, and they ran their little script. First it was just me and the HR lady, and then I think the last 2 minutes my manager came in, and then she popped out, and I'm like, I have questions. There was just no room to ask questions. They were not trying to hear any type of negotiations. It was just, this is what it is. Thank you for your services. And that's when I was like, you guys are so cold. This is so mean. But I had kind of had a feeling, that things were going to get shaken up a little bit anyway. So I had been preparing for it for a couple months. I had been aggressively saving, aggressively investing. So I didn't know how long I was going to be out of work for. I didn't know that the job market was where it was at the time. This happened back in January. So thankfully I had been watching the job market for a little bit, started really seeing some of those trends, and realized that we're not in 2022 anymore. We're not in 2021 anymore. And things were starting to get a little tight. So once I started to realize that, I really just started doing my little outreach, sending out my resume here and there, saving. Yeah. Saving my little coins for when they call my number, and they did. So.
Yeah, so funny enough that you said that. I just put out my podcast episode we shot last week, and we were reading an article from Business Insider. It was a millennial that was working in tech. He was a data scientist, and he was talking about how he felt being black and AI was leading to him not have a job. And one of the excerpts of the interview was he talked about, matter of fact, what'd be better is if I play it.
It was a video.
It wasn't a video, but when I talked about it, I clipped it up.
Okay.
For the channel. I think it's this one right here. The biggest part I want to touch on. He said in 2020, everybody wanted to hire me because I was black. He said, pointing to diverse hiring initiatives rolled out in the corporate world following the murder of George Floyd. I wonder if other people of color hired during the 2020 hiring spree were also laid off in the last year or so too.